Hello Internet and welcome to yet another review video. My name is Amir and on this video we are talking about Blink-182's 8th full-length record, well 9th if you count Buddha, 9. This record came out a few days ago, officially on Friday. I am recording this on a Sunday, and in the 2 days that I've had to process the record, I've listened to it in full from front to back, I'd say roughly 10 times. It's a short record, it's 15 songs, but it clocks in at only 41 minutes, so it's a pretty easy listen. If you got a nice like 45-minute drive or whatever, or an hour drive, this is an easy listen from front to back. Thoughts right off the top of my head. This is a far superior record to California. California was a record where I think Blink was trying to get back to its roots with a new band member, and instead of trying to forge a new identity, they tried to play the nostalgic card, and they did with short songs like "Build This Pool," "Bohemian Rhapsody," and "Cynical." But they also went in a direction that I wasn't crazy about with songs like Teenage Satellites, No Future, and Los Angeles. There were a few tracks on that record that I thought were good standouts. Home is Such a Lonely Place, my personal favorite, The Only Thing That Matters, and the very fun and aggressive Rabbit Hole. So right off the bat, as many of the reviews have said, 9 is a far superior record. Leaps and bounds better than what they did on California. Now with that being said, let me talk about the stuff that I really like. First and foremost, these are like earworm candy songs. You will not get them out of your head, which is a good thing. Like, you'll find yourself humming along to these songs going into the second chorus. They are that memorable. They are written so well. Starting off with The First Time, which is such a banger of an opener. I love this song. This is like one of my favorite Blink songs that I've heard in quite some time. I'm just upset that it's 2 minutes and 27 seconds long. It's basically a verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, outro, and we're done. There's no bridge, there's no third chorus, there's nothing. Like, it's done and you're like, oh my god, are you serious? Going into Happy Days, I stated in my review for I Really Wish I Hated You, when they released that song, that I wasn't a big fan of Happy Days. I think in context, now that I've heard Happy Days with the record, I don't mind it. It's good. Catchy chorus, and I like the way it starts. The very first line is, "Hey kid, don't quit your daydream yet," as opposed to your day job. Nice use of wordplay there, Mr. Mark Hoppus. It's a good song. It's got a little bit of a sad tone to it. Mark Hoppus has gone on record of talking about how he was battling depression and kind of took what he was going through and world events and stuff and kind of channeled it into his songwriting, specifically in the lyrics. It shows. This is a much more mature sounding record, that it sounded like they were going in a self-titled direction, a more serious direction, an Adam's song, Stay Together for the Kids direction. And this record is pretty much that. Heaven is a song that has a really fantastic chorus. The verse is not anything to write home about, and unfortunately, before I go into the rest of the record, I have to preface that my problem with this record is that the choruses are all great. I'm looking at the track listing right now, and I can literally hum you the chorus to every single song right now without having to listen to it first. My problem is that I couldn't do the same for the verses, right? When you have songs like All the Small Things, or What's My Age Again, or The Rock Show, or even Feeling This, or whatever, where the verses themselves are such iconic parts of the song, I don't feel that way about these songs on this record. I feel like the verses are there just to get you to the chorus, and then they smack you in the face with this amazing ear candy chorus. And that's kind of the direction that music has been going into in 2019. It's more about the chorus and the drop. And funny enough, there's a few songs on here that have drops. They're not drops per se, but they could be perceived as drops. Now with that out of the way, I'll talk about the rest of the record. Going into Dark Side, it was my favorite song that I had heard before the record came out, and I still stand by saying that it's probably my favorite song on this record. They did a really good job with the song because it really focuses on Matt and Mark. They're both front and center, which is great. Travis's drumming on this song is awesome. It's got a very 80s feel to his drum set. It's not like a hard sounding snare. It's a very like subdued snare. It's a very dancey snare. This could be kind of like a dance song. It's fun. It's great. When everyone shit on Blame It On My Youth when it came out, I didn't quite understand it. It was a step in the right direction, but I did like the song. Now, some people have said that it is by far the weakest song on the record. I wouldn't say that. There are songs on here that I think I don't enjoy as much as Blame It On My Youth, but it's something new and catchy. Generational Divide, I was indifferent about it when they made it. I'm indifferent about it now. I get it. I get the fact that they're saying, is it better? Are we better now? Are we doing better now that we're playing straight punk rock music? Well, my problem when they do this stuff is like 49 seconds, man. Like, what's the point of a 49-second song? I know you've made Family Reunion, and I know you made Happy Holidays, You Bastard. Probably one of my favorite Blink songs of all time. But I just don't understand this thing of like, hey man, we're just going to keep making these short songs. Like, we're going to take these badass riffs and these badass ideas, and we're only going to make like 1 minute or less versions of them. I don't get it. Runaway has a very memorable chorus and a memorable verse. I will say, I like the way the song starts. I like Travis's drumming on this, and I like both Mark and Matt Skiba's verses. I like how the chorus hits. It's really fun. It's really catchy. Black Rain is probably the most experimental song on this record, and is a very John Feldman heavy song. And what I mean by that is John Feldman, the guy who produced this record, is known for breaking out as a producer, producing the records for The Used and Story of the Year. That's kind of like how he became like household name John Feldman. He has like this very signature like production style where it's very tight, which you heard on California and now on 9. They both are beautiful sounding records, but also he has a tendency of like in every song here or there to do some like Pro Tools or whatever digital audio workstation they use manipulation, where like he'll take a sound and kind of chop it up. They did this with Find Away from Lies for the Liars for The Used, where he took like a sound of like Bert getting tape ripped out from his mouth or something. I forgot what it was, but they took a bunch of little sounds and they turned it into a beat, and it's actually quite nice. Black Rain reminds me of that. It's got a lot of that experimentation, specifically in the middle when the song picks up and Travis's drumming kicks into full gear and he's playing like double time, and then we go dun 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 dun, like those little stops. Every single stop in between is complete silence. Right, he's digitally gone in and removed any like noise in between them, so they're just like straight in your bump 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 bump. They're like punch you in the face, which is fun to listen to. Going into I Really Wish I Hated You, when I reviewed the song, I said that I wasn't a huge fan of the song, and now I know why. This song sounds like Selena Gomez can sing on it. It sounds like Miley Cyrus can sing on it. I'm not hating on those artists. I think they're great. It sounds like Zayn can sing it. Sounds like Justin Bieber can sing it. It sounds like any pop artist can sing that song. That is not a knock. I'm actually a fan of pop music, but I'm saying on a Blink-182 record, it doesn't sound like Blink-182. And the more and more I hear it, like, it's catchy. I don't think it's good. But I think substance-wise, to go back and to be like, what's one of your favorite Blink-182 songs? I don't think I Really Wish I Hated You would be anywhere near the top of that list. With that being said, Pin the Grenade is a nice return to form. It's got a great chorus. I love the If You Don't Love Me, Just Slide in My Face line. No Heart to Speak Of is beautiful because it's nice to hear Matt owning the song. Like, I think this is Matt Skiba's like time to shine on this song. It's definitely his. I like the verse, I like the way it starts, and I love that chorus. No heart. Oh, and I love the ending of it. I love the ending of it with the little piano notes and Travis kind of like doing different variations on the beat. Really, really cool. Love how that song ends. I actually like that whole thing from beginning to end. Really well done. And then Ransom. Why are you 1 minute and 25 seconds long? I love this song. Some of the reviews I've seen or read said like Ransom is kind of like a whatever throwaway song. I totally disagree. So freaking catchy. It's like, why are you 1 minute 25? Go into this like da 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 da, like the way it ends too with the little percussive beats and stuff, like with the little percussive hits. Like, for the love of God, man, just make that longer. On Some Emo Shit is a song that it's going to grow on me. It hasn't yet, and I like it enough to be like, yeah, no, I can dig the song and I can listen to it. And I will say this: while California had plenty of tracks that I would skip, 9 doesn't. I listen to this record front to back, and I'm enjoying what I'm listening to. So I will say that. So even the songs that I'm like disliking, I'm not like saying like these are bad songs. I'm just saying in the context of what I'm listening to, in the context of a Blink-182 record, which I know sometimes when you listen to an album, you should disassociate yourself or distance yourself, I should say, from what you've heard in the past, because this is a new collection of work. But it's hard to do when you have so much history with a band, right? I've been a fan of Blink since Dude Ranch. Since Dude Ranch came out, and I saw them live touring in support of Dude Ranch. With that being said, it's hard to like distance myself from prior Blink stuff when I listen to Blink because I have such a soft spot for this freaking band. Hung Over You is a fabulous song. I love this song. I love the drum beat at the beginning of the song. I love the dancey feel to it, and I love the chorus. I would have been perfectly happy with this to end the song, to end the album. I think this would have been great. Remember to Forget Me is fine. And I think people are like jumping on like, look how dark the subject matter is. Look how like sad and nostalgic it is. This is fantastic. And I get that. I truly do. I think as a song, there's just parts of it that I'm just like, I will say that I like how it starts off nice and quiet at the beginning. It's got electronic elements and stuff, and then it becomes a full band production at the end, right? And then Travis, being Travis, the 2-minute 45-second mark just starts doing crazy ass drum fills while everyone is still continuing doing what they're doing. Travis Barker, as always, is a highlight on this record, as is Matt Skiba. He finally comes into his own on this record. He's finally like, it sounds like now he's not mimicking Tom or the style of Tom. He has come into his own and is putting his signature stamp on Blink-182, which is an awesome thing to see. And Mark killed it on this record, right? I mean, I'm not saying like this record is flawless, but Mark brought it. Lyrically, it's some of the best work that he's put out. The arrangements are great on a majority of these songs, and I think he really like stepped it up on this record. This is the first Blink-182 record that I've heard in full in a while that I'm genuinely enjoying every song. Like, I know I'm saying some of these songs are kind of like hit or miss for me, but it doesn't mean that I hate them. It doesn't mean that like I'm never going to listen to them again. They're just songs that, like, in comparison to the rest of the album, I think they're okay. And I think they're okay as far as what Blink-182 can do, but they're still enjoyable tracks. These are very well written songs. So I'm really happy to see them kind of come back to form as far as like a well written song from beginning to end that kind of hits you in the face and grabs your attention. I just wish some of them, like Ransom, were a little longer and more fleshed out. It's a home run as far as comparing it to California. Definitely a step in the right direction. That was my review of Blink-182's 9. What did you think of this record? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, go ahead and press that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. I've got reviews of Korn's The Nothing. I've got reviews of Starset's Division, the new Slipknot record, the new Tool record. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.